ICP bull case for the golden bull run that is beginning right now. Today in this video, I'm going to be going over my personal ICP bull case for this bull run. And yeah, let's hop straight into it. So as a lot of you guys know, and pretty much everyone you guys watching, I talk about ICP a lot. I'm involved in the ecosystem. And kind of today in this video, I want to talk about, why I'm bullish on ICP for this cycle and what do I think is going to happen, etc. And I'm going to try and be as objective as possible. Of course, I'm biased because I work in the ecosystem, etc. But I am also, critical of some things. And yeah, we're going to be objective. I'm going to give you my honest opinion on things. So yeah, so before we get into this, there was a really interesting announcement made by Dom, the founder of ICP, yesterday, which made some waves, I think. Got a lot of traction on Twitter. It's very, very long. But before that, let's just start out with the price action. So ultimately, money is the reason why everyone's basically here in the space. So let's talk about the price action. So what we saw in the past, let's talk about what's happened this bull run. Or let's actually just, talk about the whole history of ICP and everything when it comes to price action. So ICP launched at around a $400 billion market cap. It launched at different prices on different exchanges. And this is back in May of 2021. And, it was launched basically at the top of the market, and then it ended up kind of just being a down-only chart. As you can see here, it went violently. It got violently, there was a lot of selling pressure. It just came down really quick and everything. And then, as you can see here, around in November of 2021, when Bitcoin hit that next all-time high, the second run-up of the last bull run, it made a little run-up, and then, it kind of was just down-only into the bear market. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that price action does not correlate to technology. Amazon, Jeff Bezos from Amazon, had a great talk about this, how he explains that, although the stock price of Amazon wasn't doing so well at one point, things were still getting a lot better. And I think, kind of the same thing applied to ICP throughout this bear market. So I actually got hardcore. Of course, I've known about ICP since the day it launched. I think it was one of the craziest days. I think everyone remembers that day when ICP launched. It launched at number 3. It had the third biggest market cap of all crypto. Crazy. Maybe you can go back there one day. But anyways, so I got into the ecosystem around, it was right after FTX actually. So literally like 2 years ago, I think it was the day after the crash I actually got in, like with a week within the crash. So like literally right now, as I'm making this video, 2 years ago from right now, was when I really got into the ICP ecosystem and started to learn. I had made videos of it in the past. I'd made videos about it in 2021. Talking about chain fusion. I have a video on my TikTok actually that's super old. It's probably, I don't know, oh my God, years old now. But it's me talking about the first chain fusion thing because I knew about ICP, but I was like really interested. The reason I initially got interested in ICP was because the upcoming Bitcoin integration. I was like, holy shit, this is sick. And I still think to this day, it's, in my opinion, the biggest ICP bull case, the whole chain fusion thing. But yeah, so anyways, to digress from that. So we saw basically, the bull market, the last bear market, I was working the entire time. It was very boring and it was, it was flat. Like the price of ICP just ran flat, but that's how bear markets work. All coins crash, etc. And then we saw some interesting things. So if you go to the price of Bitcoin, I kind of want to touch on this as well. We're going to be talking a lot about, a lot of topics today. There's going to be some ranting, etc. But Bitcoin, it was in October, it started to make a move up, and then it started to move, and it hit about 40K. Now, if you look at the price of ICP, the price of ICP in November and October when Bitcoin was starting to make a move up and Solana started to make moves up was not doing anything. In fact, the whole market was pumping and ICP wasn't moving. And this is kind of a common theme you're going to see with the way this thing trades. And I want to, highlight this. It's a lagging asset. I've watched this thing and I've studied it now, and you are going to notice with ICP that normally what happens is the whole market will pump and then it will pump after the rest of the market pumps. It's super weird. I can't explain why. I don't know, market makers, etc. Who knows? But it's just something that it does. And it even did it yesterday, So ICP pumped a little bit yesterday, and take a look at this. I literally put out in the morning, ICP looks like it's getting ready to melt faces. So, in the past week since Trump's won the election, we've seen the price of all the cryptos go up, and ICP hadn't been moving up. And I put this out. ICP looks like it's getting ready to melt faces. Everyone who closely follows this asset knows it's always lagging against the market. Study December 2023, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But as you can see here, it was chopping, and then, yesterday we saw a big pop. We saw a big pop, Dom made an announcement, and we saw a big, nice pop in the price. It was lagging against the market, which it normally does. So that's one thing you have to know about ICP, and it's kind of infuriating sometimes, is you'll see the rest of the market ripping, but ICP will basically take its time and then eventually pump later. So what happened in December of 2023 was the whole market was ripping for a month and a half. All the other altcoins were going up. Bitcoin was going up and ICP wasn't doing anything. And then boom, one day out of nowhere, it popped. It popped and it went straight from, in the bear market, ICP was hanging around 40 to 50 on CoinMarketCap, and it jumped straight to 15. And it was a crazy day. Man, that was an awesome fucking day. And then it continued to pop from there. So it chopped around for a bit, bang, 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 and then eventually made its way up to $21. And then that was the top. That's been the top for the bull market so far. It went to about $21, and this was right after Dom made his AI video. So Dom made this AI video, which we're going to talk about AI and ICP. But Dom made this video, and it went pretty fucking, went pretty crypto viral. And people, even some normies saw it, and stuff like that. KSI was talking about it. Maybe KSI comes back and talks about ICP again. But yeah, there's a massive fucking pump here. And then we just saw, the market dudes saying, Bitcoin came down. No, Bitcoin didn't actually come down. I take that back. Bitcoin started chopping, but liquidity just dried up with the altcoins. And then we just kind of saw it come down and bounce around. It's been chopping here in this range ever since. But I think this is a very bullish chart. When you're looking at this, you can see there's clear accumulation. And I think eventually it's going to pop. Now, what are my price targets for this bull market? Now, I'm not going to be super moon boyish. I think it's possible. I think it's possible $100 per ICP could happen. Could happen, okay? I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I'm saying with the way the things are looking in the macro, with Trump being in office and him being a crypto bulltard, and the fact that the U.S. government can start buying Bitcoin if they open a strategic Bitcoin reserve, and Gary Gensler getting fired, I think a 10x is possible. Will it go to $100? I don't know. Is it possible? Yes. Yeah, so that's kind of where my head's at with that. If it goes to $60 or went to $80 or went to even $50, it is what it is at the end of the day. But I think $100 is possible. Okay. Yeah, and I think ICP is looking really, really good. Currently, right now, it's sitting around at 25 on CoinMarketCap. I think it should be able to move up to the top 20. And I think it has a case for top 15. And, we're going to get into that right now and everything. But now let's stop talking about price action. Let's go into the tech. That's why we're all here, right? The tech. Anyways, so Dom put out a post. So the leading narrative right now for ICP is AI, okay? Now, Dom put out a post the other day talking about the AI internet revolution coming to ICP. And he talks about self-writing sovereign web applications and internet service that owners can update in real time by talking. So just by talking. And he says the internet computer has been designed for this, and his work has been ongoing for years. Today I want to explore a bit of this in depth, and this is a very, very long thing. I'm not going to go over this. It's just very extremely long. So if you're interested, go to it. But basically the idea is you're able to talk into the AI, and then it could build, a website for you, etc. And then of course, that website's not going to need firewalls. You're not going to need all this, security bullshit done. It's going to be very easy. It's going to be secure. It's hopefully going to be seamless. Now, of course, this has not been released yet, but I think it has some potential. But let's keep going on. So Run AI models as real smart contracts. So AI can be run truly on-chain on the internet computer, and this is not able to be done on any other blockchain. So this was kind of thing, I think one of the big videos that did well. And I think Dom will probably do a demo of what he's talking about here, but this is kind of a recent study on AI finds that nearly half of the respondents, 49%, are concerned about the misuse of AI for nefarious purposes. And problems with traditional AI, tampering, black box problems, what is needed to solve the issue, model integration, data confidentiality, availability. This is kind of the big thing, the data confidentiality. Businesses, etc. Some people, are not going to want to give up their data, etc. to some of these Web 2 services. And I think, here's the thing. I'm not an AI expert. I'm not going to claim to be one. I'm 100%, I have a lot to learn when it comes to AI. But I think really the reason I'm personally excited, obviously I think all this is cool. I think this, could be potentially groundbreaking. But guys, when you go on CoinMarketCap and you take a look at the most trending sectors, AI and big data tokens is like number 3, which is huge. And ICP is number 2. In the AI and big data tokens by crypto. Okay. And we know AI is a huge, AI is here to stay and everything. And I think it's going to be a huge narrative. I don't think there's any way around it, et cetera, et cetera. You could debate whether, some of this stuff is going to be actually adopted, et cetera, what's going to happen. But what I do know is that people are probably going to be interested in it just because it's in this category and everything, which is absolutely huge. But now let's talk about Chain Fusion, because Chain Fusion is my favorite bull case for ICP. It's not the main bull case that's being presented. It's like the number 2 bull case that's being presented by the foundation. Okay. Now let's talk about Chain Fusion, because I think Chain Fusion is absolutely sick, and it's the reason I got interested in ICP in the first place. So Chain Fusion allows the ICP to interconnect with multiple blockchains in a decentralized manner, eliminating the need for a single trusted intermediary such as Bridge. This is possible through decentralized bi-directional communication on the internet computer with other chains and the ability of ICP smart contracts to sign and submit to other chains. So Chain Fusion augments smart contracts and decentralized applications on other chains with unique capabilities of ICP, including Web 2-like user experience, performance, storage, autonomy, interoperability with Web 2, and a bunch of other cool things. So the following examples illustrate the variety of use cases enabled by Chain Fusion. A decentralized borrowing protocol, multi-chain asset DEX, in-browser multi-chain wallet, on-chain front-end, decentralized Oracle. And a multi-chain DEX, Chain Fusion being used in, a borrowing lending protocol. These are fucking huge things. And we're going to talk about what's coming for that, Actually, I can talk about it now. KongSwap is going to be using Chain Fusion. So KongSwap is a DEX on IC, and yes, I'm a CMO for KongSwap. And KongSwap is going to be utilizing Chain Fusion in the future. Obviously, it has not been done yet, but the guys who made KongSwap did a, multi-chain DEX in the past before. They've already used Chain Fusion technology. They've already implemented it before. So they're going to be able to do it again. So let's go back to, which is super fucking bullish. You'll have a DEX where you can trade all your tokens on native Bitcoin tokens, native Ethereum tokens, native Solana tokens, native ICP tokens, and a bunch of other chains all on one DEX. And this also could be applied to a bar and lending protocol, etc. All right. Now let's talk about what's been done with Chain Fusion in terms of, milestones. So Chain Fusion supports EVM chains, and this is kind of like Chain Fusion and chain abstraction are basically the same thing, but ICP's version is more real than near protocols. It's more built out, etc. So ICP's Chain Fusion technology has full support for Ethereum and other EVM chains. ICP smart contracts can read from and write to EVM chains using a decentralized approach, as well as sign transactions in a trustless manner. This allows ICP smart contracts to augment EVM-based smart contracts with additional functionality through ICP superpowers, transfer tokens on other chains, and call smart contracts on EVM chains. So that has been done. Chain Fusion supports Bitcoin, ordinals, and runes, which is absolutely huge. So that's been done. And now Solana integration is happening right now. They're in the middle of that right now. But now let's talk about ICP as a Bitcoin L2. This is absolutely huge. And this is where people, so if we're looking from an outsider perspective, I'm going to be objective in this video. There's going to be a large crowd of people who are going to say, hey, I like the AI stuff. Where is something that has a legitimate product market fit right now? Okay. I'm not saying the AI shit does not have a product market fit. I'm saying it still has to find it. DeFi and stuff like Chain Fusion already has a product market fit. So this is a win that can happen right now. Okay. Not saying the AI shit isn't very bullish, but I'm saying in terms of getting more users and having, very popular crypto dApps, Chain Fusion's that. So ICP is a Bitcoin L2, leveraging Chain Fusion technology. ICP canister smart contracts can hold a Bitcoin public key, sign transactions with it, and directly read and write to the Bitcoin network. This is absolutely huge. Okay. So BuildDex is offering BTC or BRC20 trading pairs, lending markets using ordinals as collateral, and you can use this using the capabilities of ICP. So there's a bunch of ICP is the best choice to build on Bitcoin. Network integration by running Bitcoin adapters. ICP nodes provide canister smart contracts with real-time access to the latest state of the Bitcoin blockchain. The availability of the Bitcoin UTXO set on ICP enables canister smart contracts to read the balance of any BTC address. Chain key signatures. So no need for any cross-chain bridges. Chain key signatures, derive BTC addresses, enabling ICP smart contracts to read, write, and own BTC. ICP advanced capabilities. Developers can harness the security of Bitcoin as a native asset while also leveraging the unique core features of the ICP tech stack. These include the reverse gas model, which I'm going to talk about in a second, unparalleled performance, and HTTPS outcalls. Then it talks about Chain Fusion interoperability. Beyond Bitcoin adapters, ICP smart contracts can read and write to other blockchains, providing an unrivaled interconnected Web3 experience. Chain key Bitcoin. So you can build on Bitcoin. You can do Bitcoin DeFi with the internet computer, which is absolutely huge. And as it's saying, it's directly integrating with these protocols. This is huge. This is actually really game breaking right now. And I think, you've seen, I think Tap protocols utilizing the internet computer, pretty sure. And I'm 99% sure. And there's a couple other examples of this, like Bionic is an ordinals marketplace built on the internet computer, and it's super fast and everything. But, Bitcoin, I don't think it's going away anytime soon. And the internet computer can really do a lot of damage, as in, making Bitcoin better and making Bitcoin DeFi and making Bitcoin development better and making applications better on Bitcoin. ICP basically can give these Bitcoin applications a boost, which is a really big thing, because this is something, that's actually needed right now. Okay. This is a real win that's happening right now. And also the same thing with Ethereum. And Solana as well. There's a lot of things that can be done with Chain Fusion. I think it is literally so untapped. I think it is one of the most untapped things in crypto. And it has tons. I'm very bullish on it. And then, of course, as I said before, the dApps you can build with Chain Fusion. As I talked about Kong Swap, a multi-chain DEX. That's fucking sick. That's solving the liquidity fragmentation issue. Users don't have to jump from DEX to DEX to DEX. All the tokens will just be there in one. Awesome. Now let's talk about the reverse gas model. So the reverse gas model is, so basically on all other blockchains, you have to pay a gas fee. On ICP, you're not paying a gas fee, the developers are. Now the question there becomes, well, aren't the developers, is it like a huge cost for the developers? And the answer is no. The gas fees on ICP are extremely small. And this is really cool. So computation paid for by ICP smart contracts. Each canister smart contracts has its own cycles. Well, that developers can top up with cycles to gas on their computer. So that's how it works. Developers have to, top up their smart contracts with cycles. Cycles are just ICP, and you can see cycles is basically the equivalent of gas on other chains. These cycles are then burnt to pay for computation and memory usage of the canister. And there's a lot of really, really cool stuff that can be done with the reverse gas model. Once again, kind of like chain fusion. Super, super, super untapped. Extremely untapped. You know, you can do microtransactions, a lot of cool stuff. And on Kong Swap, we're going to eventually be tapping into these type of things to try and do some fun things in the future. Chain fusion, reverse gas model, tons of potential. AI as well, tons of potential. So there's literally, because I think, you know, kind of the sentiment around ICP from some people has just been it's pure fucking vapor. And that's not the truth at all. There's a lot, as I, you know, brought up with the, you know, ICP boosting Bitcoin applications and chain fusion, the reverse gas model. These are very real things that can make, you know, crypto really, really, really cool, and good things can come out of it. And as you can see, activity on the ICP network. So if you take a look at the cycle burn rate, this is kind of a way to show how much activity is going on in the network. You can see the cycle burn rate recently just won back above 1 trillion. So yeah, that's pretty good. Now let's talk about ecosystem. So right now in the ecosystem, I think we're kind of seeing let's talk about crypto kind of in the macro and what I think is going to play out. Okay. So I've been saying this for a while, and I think the two winner categories when it comes to actually, I think it's going to be DeFi and memes. I don't think it's going to change. And I think DeFi is going to go on an incredible bull run with Trump in office. I mean, he has his own DeFi project. He's going to be pitching it as the future of finance. It's already the number one sector in crypto, has the most money in it. I'm not counting stablecoins, by the way. Stablecoins have the best product market fit in crypto. But besides stablecoins aside, DeFi has the most money in it. DeFi has the best product market fit. And I think with President Trump pushing as the future of finance, and it is real, you know, DeFi is real. I think it's going to be absolutely, you know, huge. And DeFi on ICP has gone a lot better. As I mentioned, you know, Kong Swap came out just a couple months ago. Not even a couple months ago. Like a month ago? Oh, something like that. And it's going to be a nice multi-chain DEX. Right now, you can just trade ICP tokens. You have other projects like Water Neuron. You have borrowing and lending. You know, Kong Swap's going to be doing borrowing and lending, etc. So there's a lot coming. Alpaca, a lot of really cool stuff cooking there. Alpaca is more doing like small tooling. But DeFi and ICP is getting a lot better. It's been somewhere where it's kind of been a weak point, but I think it's going to end up being a strong suit. And yeah, super exciting. There's also a new wallet coming to ICP called Oizy Wallet. A nice multi-chain wallet, super cool. And then also there's a banger meme coin. Windows 98 is an amazing meme coin. And this is kind of a good way to tell every chain needs a good meme coin, and Windows 98 is that meme coin. And it's really good to see that there is a strong meme coin community of some sort that exists in ICP. So kind of going over, you know, the ecosystem. So there is shit happening in the ecosystem, of course. And let's talk about this announcement that Definity made. So Definity put this out, said fast is about to get faster. Building is about to get simpler. On-chain storage is about to get bigger. November 12th, 2024. And I think they're talking about the tokamak update that's happening. So here are the two updates that are happening to these names. Stellarator, tokamak. Anyways, I don't know what these names are, just hilarious to me. I don't know. But some really cool things. So synchronous message, submission and endpoint, latency aware ingress routing, quick base transport, and peer-to-peer layer for consensus. This is, you know, something that really interests me right here. The synchronous message submission endpoint. And for Stellarator, of course, increased stable memory limit to 500 gigs. This is really big right here. And a couple other things as well. So there's two big updates that are happening to the internet computer this month, okay? And if you want to, you know, follow and learn more about ICP, make sure you be following me right here. But overall, my kind of thesis is this, okay? Price action has done, you know, well. I think for the bull market, shocked a lot of people. I wasn't shocked that ICP went up. Obviously, it was going to go fucking up. I mean, guys, this is a legit, like, Definity, the foundation behind ICP, has like hundreds of people employed, I think. Yeah, it has like, and I think there's like a couple hundred just cryptographers or whatever. Um, Let me just go to it real quick. Yeah. So, oh well, my computer decided to lag a little bit, but yeah, I mean it's a huge team. It's not like, so they have an HQ in downtown Zurich, etc. So I think ICP has room for a 10x, bullish cases, AI, chain fusion, reverse gas model. The ecosystem's getting a lot better. The DeFi is getting a lot better. And that's the reality of it. I think, one thing some people don't understand is things take time. I was involved with Near Protocol early, and I've seen how much that's grown. I remember Solana. I mean, people don't remember how Solana got shit on last cycle for having dog shit DeFi. I don't think people, people don't remember these things. It's very, very interesting. People, they either weren't there or they don't remember it, or they're, whatever. But people don't remember the main narrative from Ethereum guys shitting on Solana last cycle was your DeFi's trash. And they were even saying that in 2023. They were saying, well, your DeFi is not battle tested on Solana. People don't realize ICP DeFi has a ton of potential with chain fusion, reverse gas model, and it is going to get a lot better. There's already been a ton of progress made, and it's just going to, it's going to take some time. Devs are going as fast as possible. Like for Kong, we have 5 fucking developers hammering it every single day. But yeah, guys, I just want to, this is kind of a rant video, give you guys like a look at where my head's at and everything. But overall, I'm fucking bullish. So if you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and go follow me on Twitter.